jump into a little segment that we like to call Heaters.
All right, Em. This is my heater. I dare you to hit it.
Hot shit. I'm going too hot, lady.
Here comes the hot stepper.
Heaters. Week 5 brought to you by Denver Sports Betting. DenverSportsBetting.com is a local sports media outlet dedicated to covering sports from a betting perspective. DSB is not a sports book, but rather an outlet where you can go educate yourself before placing a bet. From betting previews, analysis and breakdowns, to sweepstakes and memorabilia giveaways, Denver Sports Betting has you covered. Sports betting is becoming legal in more and more states throughout the country, and it's time to get your edge with DenverSportsBetting.com. Check them out, Betting Denver on Twitter, Denver Sports Betting on IG, and Denver Sports Betting on Facebook. Let's do the heaters here. What you got for your first one, week 5?
All right, most confident man. Off the rip, we're going Carolina versus the Falcons. At 0-4 this season, this team has blown massive second half leads as yielding a whopping 34.5 points per game. Did we mention that Quinn is actually a defensive-minded coach as well?
Not good.
The Panthers sit in the top 12 in yards per game as Teddy Bridgewater is completing 73% of his passes while throwing for nearly 290 yards per game. The Panthers defense is allowing just 227 passing yards per game, which is the 7th best mark in the league. Julio Jones, trade rumors, still hurt with obviously the hamstring. He's probably not gonna play. Calvin Ridley was held to zero receptions, 0 yards, as even Julio was out the whole second half. Carolina +2, easy cover.
Great cash, homie.
This may surprise some cats. Doesn't surprise me. I'm with you. I'm going to be with you on the Panthers, man. I think there's been a lot of money to be made on going against teams off of Monday night games. Falcons just came off a Monday night game. We saw they got torched by Rodgers. It just doesn't allow for them to make the adjustments going into the next game, especially when they play at 11 a.m. Plus, Atlanta has a ton of injuries. Falcons D, they've been pretty good at stopping the run, but they've been getting killed by running backs out of the backfield. No Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, but Mike Davis has been good. Not great running the ball. Falcons are pretty good at stopping the run, but they're not good at stopping the running back to catch passes out of the backfield. I like Mike Davis to eat this week. I'm with you. Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers +2.
Love it.
Great cash, homie.
Second one for me, let's look at Eagles versus Steelers. Let's start this way. Steelers are 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games versus NFC. Philadelphia, however, is 1-4 against the spread in its last 5 games. Steelers had a bye, which gave them a lot more prep time and a lot more time to get healthy. And as we know in the NFL, it's such a short season, very, very imperative, which is totaling up to 13 days rest. That is huge. Also with the Eagles, Lane Johnson, questionable. Darius Slay, DB, questionable. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver, questionable. Jason Peters, out. Dallas Goedert, out. Alshon Jeffrey, out. I'm going to say Steelers -7. Easy cover.
Great cash, homie.
You know what, Dal? I'm going to go with you on this one, man. The Eagles have had major issues on the offensive line. We know that they were down 3 linemen, and that doesn't even include Lane Johnson, who's been hobbled. They're down 3 additional linemen on top of Lane Johnson. 49ers couldn't really take advantage last week because they're missing D Ford and Nick Bosa on the other side. Steelers are not in the same position. You got them Ferraris on the outside. Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, they're going to be coming. I don't think Carson Wentz behind that O-line, dude. There's going to be a lot of turnovers, a lot of sacks, a lot of mistakes for Carson Wentz. Steelers also get an extra week of prep. Didn't have to play last week because of the Titans with the COVID, all that. I think they'll be able to take advantage of a tired, banged-up Philly team coming back from the West Coast in the 49er game last weekend. Steelers, minus the touchdown. Let's go.
Great cash, homie.
Let's take a look at Vikings at Seattle Seahawks. Dude, the Vikings have been excellent at getting opponents off the field, holding opponents to under 32% success on third down through 4 games. They've also been great in the red zone, leaving opponents without a touchdown inside the 20-yard line 41% of the time, which is second lowest in the NFL. The Vikings passing game can exploit a soft Seattle secondary that has given up 20 passes of 20 yards or more, with top targets like Thielen and rookie Justin Jefferson coming out of the clutch here. Dalvin Cook averaging also 5.7 yards per carry, and I think the Seahawks are a little soft when it comes to run D. That being said, If Justin Jefferson has a week like he had last week with 4 catches at 103 yards, he's averaging 25.3 yards per reception. Vikings all day. Vikings +7 at Seattle and not having the 12th man. I love
Great
this.
cash, homie.
I'm going to go with this Dolphins at 49er game. It's got interesting to me. There's several reasons to love the Dolphins this week. As I mentioned before, 49ers D-line injuries, D Ford, Nick Bosa, gone. Plus, they're also down their top 3 cornerbacks at the moment. If that continues to be the case going into the weekend, they're going to have severe problems stopping Miami, whose wide receiving core is the strength of their team. Also, check out the gauntlet that the Niners have to play after this non-conference game. You got the Rams, Patriots, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, and Rams again over the next 6 weeks. There's a possibility they could be looking ahead. I hope Jimmy G sits, but either way, I still love rolling with Fitzpatrick when he gets a bunch of points. Dolphins are getting 9 here. There have been so many games over the years where I've watched Fitzpatrick be down 25 points in the 4th quarter, only to come back and lose the game by 5 at the end. I could see that scenario happening this Sunday. I'm rolling with the Dolphins and the big points. Dolphins +9.
Great cash, homie.
I am actually with you on this one at the +9. And here is why. The only thing I want to add, dude, is garbage time is a real thing when you're talking Miami Dolphins.
And Fitzy.
Don't get it twisted with that guy. You know, he is Fitzmagic for a reason, and a lot of that is garbage time. Same with Deshaun Watson if you're looking for fantasy results. Garbage time is going to be very, very pertinent in this game, and I'm right there with you. Dolphins +9.
Great cash, homie.
I'm going the next one, Giants-Cowboys.
Same.
You're on Giants-Cowboys?
Same, yeah.
This one scares me a little bit.
Same.
But I'm going back this week against the overrated Dallas Cowboys. How are the Cowboys a 10-point favorite over anyone? They don't even realize there are 4 quarters in the game. These guys do all their damage in 1 quarter. They don't even play the other 3. And you're telling me they're a 10-point favorite? So maybe Vegas thinks they're going to figure it out this week. I don't know. Injuries have been a theme, it seems like today, for the Heaters. I think the Cowboys currently down 2 of its top 3 corners, 2 of its top 3 linebackers. They've been getting burned on the pass. Odell Beckham Jr. last week torched them for 3 tutties. Daniel Jones, ball security, and the Giants' O-line is why I'm a little bit scared. Those have been the issues for the Giants this season. But Cowboys' defensive injuries and the lack of pressure that they're able to put on the QB, this may be Daniel Jones' coming out party. He may come out and light it up this week because they haven't been able to get any pressure. Also, throw in a little added motivation for Giants offensive coordinator Jason Garrett against his old team. I like the Giants +9.5 here.
Great cash, homie.
All right. I said I was with you on this one. I am totally against you. I am taking the Cowboys at -9.5. Them boys got something to prove, and here's why.
You were with me last week on the overrated Cowboys. Now you're not?
I'm not. I'm going back to the Cowboys here. Cowboys have won the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Cowboys averaging 29.3 points per game. Cowboys also want to show out for Mr. Jason Garrett, who happens to be the offensive coordinator, just like you mentioned. This is a revenge game. F you, Jason Garrett. We're going to show you why you got the hell out of here and why you weren't worth a shit. Cowboys -9.5. Easy cover.
Great cash, homie.
We're head-to-head on that one. Are we going 5?
We got to go 5 on it. I look forward to taking your 5.
Okay.
What's your last one?
Bengals at Ravens.
Okay.
The Bengals surrendered 72 points in the 2 meetings last year against the Ravens.
Okay.
They vowed to improve their linebacking core this year. I looked through their roster. I didn't really see it. Quite simply, the Bengals won't be able to stop the Baltimore running game. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt trampled the Bengals a few weeks ago, and all of the bruising running backs for the Ravens, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram, they're all going to do the same. They're the same kind of bruising running backs. I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to stop them. Then you throw in a couple of those quick little flash runs from Lamar Jackson. I don't see how they keep it close. The number is big. They covered the big number of 13 last week against Washington. I'm going with the Ravens to cover the big number again this week. Baltimore -12.5.
Wow.
Great cash, homie.
Dal Palantonio is on. Are you on 3 dogs?
1, 2, 3. 3 dogs. You got it.
3 dogs and 2 favorites.
Yep.
I am on the exact same, aren't I?
Yeah.
3 dogs and 2 favorites.
3 dogs, 2 favorites.
Dal's got the Panthers +2 as well as I do. Dal's got the Steelers -7 as well as I do. He's got the Vikings +7. He's got the Dolphins +9 as well as me.
Perfect.
And then he's got the Cowboys -9.5.
Woo.
So we're on 3 games together. We're going against each other on the Cowboys-Giants game. And then I have the Ravens -12.5.
Love it.
by myself again this week. You didn't want any action with the Ravens last week. You don't want any part of the Ravens again this week. But somehow you flopped. You flip-flopped. You turned on us. You said Dallas was overrated. You were with me last week. It proved to be true. Everything we said proved to be true, and then you flipped on me.
Yes, I did.
I don't get it. We'll see how it pans out this weekend. Those are your heaters for the NFL season week 5, presented by DenverSportsBetting.com.